Okay, at the top it says PE social contract, and they're all signed their name to it. So we'll see what we get from there. If you're the parent of an Escambia County student and ask, "How was your school today?" you don't expect to hear this as an answer. "I signed a new contract." No, your kids haven't committed to playing football for Alabama or Auburn, and they're not buying a car. That contract is part of a new program called Capturing Kids' Hearts, which is designed to improve the relationship between students and teachers while making school a place where children can feel more secure and involved. Teachers spent 2 days training after Christmas break, learning new skills on how to respond to students and better ways to run a classroom. Classroom management is always good. They were divided into groups that included teachers from other schools in the system, many of whom they'd never met. They were designed to create the teamwork, which is the main goal of Escambia County Schools' new slogan, "We are one." Okay. Elementary school curriculum supervisor Nicole Spotwood says the program gives kids ownership of what do they want in a classroom. The contract is mostly a social one with students coming up with their own ideas and agreeing to things like being helpful, using manners, and participate. All pluses. If a child strays from the rules of the contract, the teacher simply points it out. Jolyn Godwin, a veteran teacher of Rachel Patterson Elementary, gives the program rave reviews and really enjoyed working with the teachers from other schools. It really promotes us as one unit. That was the best thing I've ever participated in. She notes that for some children, a smile and cheerful greeting from the teacher as they arrive in the morning can put them in a positive mood and create higher self-esteem. It made me think about how I use my words in the classroom. Some kids have a lot going on at home. They have issues. When you know these people, it's kind of a different song and dance, isn't it? Anyway, this woman is a very kind, generous woman, and she probably means every word she's saying. I'm not sure about the program yet, though. Well, jury's still out on that one. So it is important how you start your day. Your greeting must be positive. I agree, Miss Godwin. Spent many morning out there on the bus line saying, good morning, how are you, beautiful? Good morning, how are you, handsome? Show me your smile. I don't see your smile. I think we've all done that many mornings. Many mornings. Godwin says she's really seen a difference in the students, as the no put down part of the contract in her classroom has cut down on the bullying. Well, if they're not name calling, then they're not bullying each other. That would be true. That would be a good thing. But I'm still not sure the program is what you're telling me it is. W.S. Neal High School football coach Brandon Wilcox says the program is already paying dividends with his players. You can see the difference in the buy-in from worry about that word buy-in. The buy-in of our students when they know they are an active participant in the decision-making process and implementation of the standards of our programs. You better be using the state standards, what you better be using. Moving forward, I can see capturing kids' hearts play a major role in how I continue to build a long and lasting relationship with the young men I coach. Okay. Pollard McCall Junior High teacher's aide Mandy Shavers feels the program has already made a huge difference. My 2 days spent training were eye-opening, getting to the core of it. Our students need to feel heard. I agree. But my children talk to me. Oh, that's because I teach speech. That's what we do. We talk. Let's go back and read that again. Getting to the core of it, our students need to feel heard, respected, and loved. Yeah. And you needed a program for that? I thought that was kind of SOP for a teacher. And I taught in that county for 30 years. Just as much as we need to feel those things in our daily lives. Again, self-esteem is important for all people. We are with these children 8 hours a day we need. No, darling, you're not. 7.5 hours a day. And that counts getting them on the bus. And I can prove it any day of the week. Them to be at their best, just as much as they need us to be at ours. Capturing Kids provides those tools to do so. Students also have a random act of kindness wall to share good deeds like reading to the kindergarten class or helping with other students in need. Well, about time. But again, you didn't need a book for that. That's a Pinterest idea. Shavers is especially impressed with one thing the students have added to every contract. Every single one has the word respect. How awesome is that? Okay. That should be SOP. But if the kids added it, that's kind of awesome. You're all right. I'll give you that. Capturing Kids' Hearts is a national program founded by Flip Flippin. I still can't get over your name. Who credits his second grade teacher with inspiring him to help teachers. He says, if you capture a child's heart, you have a child's mind. In 2022, that's a dangerous phrase. It's a dangerous quote. It's a dangerous statement. That's my personal opinion. I would say it if I was still working there. It's my personal opinion. That's a dangerous quote. It can be read all different kinds of ways, but I'm smelling snake oil. Thank you for watching. It's not easy when you know the people, and that's kind of aggravating. Don't work in that county anymore, though. I do have a copy of the book coming. I'll give it a review. Open minds. I can't expect somebody to read a book that I want them to read if I'm not willing to read their book. But that's a dangerous quote. If you capture a child's heart, you have a child's mind. That's a dangerous quote. Dangerous. Thank you for watching. I have talked to somebody, not too overly impressed. Seems to be that it's going to sell if it's like a communication board and everybody's on board, but if not everybody's on board, going to have some bumps in the road. I don't know. When I get the book, I'll let you know. I thought about it. I'm not sold. Sounds like Tony Robbins for kids. I'm going to get a book, read it, and see where I am. I can't ask them to read a book and may not be willing to read one of theirs. That's just a fact. You can't ask people to do something you're not willing to do. I want them to read a book that I believe they should read, then I have to be willing to read a book that they're going to be using over there with my former kids who are still my kids. My kids' kids. My kids' kids' kids. And since I had 3 generations, I guess you could go his kids and his grandkids. And that's a lot of kids. I only taught 3 generations, though. 6 sets of 3 generations. Taught the grandparent, the parent, and the child. It's pretty wild.